Hey, I look real, right? Well, plot twist.
I'm actually an AI creator created by Tasha.
Okay, so wait, let me explain. So, actually, let them keep explaining.
I don't have a name or anything, but Tasha created all of us to show you what's the latest in AI, specifically with AI creators.
None of us are real. But can that stop us from creating podcasts or getting brand deals?
I get it. That's a lot, especially the whole brand deals and the podcast thing at the end. It's going to ruffle some feathers. But here's the thing. Just because you're scared or not interested is not an excuse. Because if you're not tapped in, the less likely you are to be able to determine what's real and what's fake. Because you watch this whole video and you've yet to ask yourself, am I really watching Tasha or an AI version of Tasha?
Hello everyone, I'm Reign Supreme and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Ray and I read anonymous stories sent in by you guys or users across the internet on different topics that interest me, and from the looks of it, these topics interest y'all too. Sometimes we just do story times like this video, vlogs, video essays, or my thoughts in response to said topic, and much more on this channel. If you like my content, I hope you stick around. I usually upload every Friday at 8 p.m. I know it's been a while and definitely more than a week since I last uploaded a story time, and from the comments and likes from the last upload, I know y'all have been dying for me to post another story submission. Actually, I have been a little sick lately, which is another reason why this new upload took longer than usual. So unfortunately, no face cam for this video. Today's story is on, you guessed it, AI impersonation. The intro of this video already had clips of chilling cases. But before we jump right in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Your engagement really helps boost my videos and gives me the materials to stay on my grind and produce even more content for you guys. If you like the topics we cover on my channel or tuning in to a slice of my life, don't forget to follow my Instagram and TikTok too. Now, what y'all have been waiting for. This anonymous story submission comes from a user who likes to go by the alias Laura. This experience has been a source of complete agony in my life. But as my therapist says, I think the final step of moving forward is to begin talking about my experience and getting somewhat comfortable with talking about what happened. This story is about my ex-boyfriend from my freshman year of college who used AI impersonation to try and ruin my life. And to some degree, he was successful. Let's call my ex Aaron. Aaron and I met at a frat party during welcome week. I should have known that college is not the best place to look for love, especially during your first week. Double, especially at a frat party. But needless to say, I was young, drunk, and dumb. Aaron and I hit it off during the party and he left with my Instagram. As 2 months go by, we begin talking on a daily basis until eventually Aaron pops the question of asking if I want to be his girlfriend. Of course I said yes. I was madly in love with the idea of him and felt nice. And it felt nice not having to navigate young adulthood alone. But I underestimated how much Aaron claimed to love me. Aaron became obsessive. He needed to know where I was, with who, when, and what at all times. His words, not mine. He had the Life 360 and Find My equipped to have my constant location. He needed access at all times. And all plans I wanted to make or was invited to had to be run by him for permission to go out. It was to the point that he even asked to merge passwords so he would always know what key, code, or whatever the sort would unlock whatever I had. I know you may be thinking, why didn't you leave? He's clearly crazy. But again, I was young, dumb, and thought this was a form of protective love. Little did Aaron's dumbass realize was that if we merge passwords, that means I have complete access to his accounts too. And when I got the gut feeling to look through his email and Instagram DMs after he hounded me after being caught lending a male classmate a pencil, I decided to look and see if he had anything to hide. Not only did I find him cheating on me with several girls, but I noticed in the time logs he would ask to meet up with these girls anytime we got into an argument. A few DMs showed he texted them just minutes after we argued over call or text. Obviously, I screenshot the evidence and presented to him. And funnily enough, he claimed that he would never do that, and either an AI hacked his phone or I used some type of editing software to fabricate evidence against him. I dumped his sorry ass, and I thought that was the end of it, but no. He begs for me back on multiple occasions, sending me flowers to my house, cash apping me messages, showing up to my job, even emailing my sister and parents after he found out my whole family blocked him on social media and on their numbers. Not only did he reek of being desperate, but he was delusional and building a case of harassment so I can finally get my restraining order filed. After he was notified of the filing, I thought I could begin to heal with the silence of peace. Until about 3 days later, I woke up to find my friend spamming me with messages saying that naked photos of me had been circling around campus on the gossip app and page that students from my university typically use. I mean, we're college students. Of course there were times me and Aaron got intimate, but I'm almost positive that he never recorded or photographed me ever, still to this day. And I've never sent a nude in my life. Through the tears, being tagged on the post left and right, and having those looks of shame whenever I walked around campus, it took me looking at the photo over and over again before I realized these photos weren't real. I mean, obviously, I feel alive. But what I meant was that these photos were regular photos of me with clothes on, but they were AI generated deepfakes to make revenge porn of me. I cross-referenced the photos and compared them to the ones with clothes to the ones circling around on campus. And when I saw the background of each photo, it made me realize Aaron had been taking old photos of me and using AI to make them into something it never was. The real sad part was in some of the pictures, the background had warped letters, paintings, or other of the sort, or even in the most popular circling photo, I had 6 fingers instead of 5. I mean, come on. How do people fall for that? College students nonetheless. Anyways, I ended up getting a gut feeling that Aaron still wasn't the sharpest crayon in the box. He forgot to change all his passwords, and I ended up logging into the account Aaron used to post the deepfakes of me, screenshotting it as further proof of his harassment, reporting Aaron to both the police and my college administration. Aaron ended up being sentenced to 5 years in prison as a result of further violating my restraining order, and of course expelled from our university. Still, I don't think it was enough. I graduated with my bachelor's last month, and up until the moment I walked across the stage, people were still talking about the incident. But I have newer concerns. This all happened back in 2030, and Aaron will be getting out in a year or so, depending on if he gets parole. If I'm still struggling to move on, I wonder if he is still too. Wow. Yikes. I don't know what to say. Laura, I am so sorry that happened to you. Aaron is a douchebag, and he deserves to stay behind bars a little longer for what he did to you. Stay strong, girl. I bet you strutted across the stage with confidence. I can even recommend you ways to heal if you would like.